is the weather, I'm moving to Cleveland. People are laughing. Why are you guys laughing? I know why. Awesome. So welcome everyone. Thank you for coming and spending your Friday with us. Happy Friday, by the way. Happy Friday. How's the energy? How's the energy in Cleveland? Come on. Okay, good. Awesome. I'm Yanni, your host from USANA Health Sciences from Salt Lake City, Utah. And just to give you a quick sense of who we are dedicated, we are dedicated to helping people live healthier and happier lives. Today is about learning why health matters now more than ever. And most importantly, what's in it for you, how you can truly benefit. So let me start with a question. Who here would say that health is more important to you today than it was 5 years ago? For me, that's 2 hands, right? And 1 leg. Right? USANA is founded on the principle of cellular nutrition. And our story began with our founder, Dr. Myron Wentz. After losing both of his parents at a relatively young age, he became passionate about disease prevention rather than just treatment. And one of his greatest discoveries was that many health problems begin with poor cellular nutrition. Let me ask you guys a question. How many cells do we have? The human being has. How many cells? Let's see. How many? Millions? Billions. Billions? Did I hear trillions? Let's take a wild guess. How many trillions?
10.
Anyone can go higher?
33.
33? Who is going to ChatGPT? Who said 33? Okay, so you're getting a free gift. All right. It's actually more. It's actually more than 33 trillion. It's more than 37 trillion. Awesome. And the reason that I ask this question is that when cells receive the proper nutrients they have the building blocks to function effectively. So that realization led Dr. Wentz to create USANA, which, by the way, USANA means true health. Now, Dr. Wentz has several books. John, can you help me with the mic for just a second? I just want to share with everyone else in the audience one of my favorite books, and I would highly encourage everyone to get this book. It's long. I have to say that one again. We live too short and die too long. And then he goes and says, we need to take charge of our own health and determine our own fate. We need to embrace on a personal level the principles of preventive health care. We need to adopt the lifestyle elements that are known to dramatically reduce the risk of chronic diseases. We need to start today, and we need to encourage our children, our parents, our friends, and our community to do the same. And ladies and gentlemen, 33 years later, our vision continues to create the healthiest family on earth. All right, so I have Dr. Wentz on the screen in just a second, and he is a pioneer in microbiology and immunology. And Dr. Wentz is internationally recognized for his work in human cell culture technology and infectious disease diagnosis. Now, USANA is also about a purpose-driven community. And I want to share with you something that I'm personally very, very passionate about. And please, let's take a quick look at this. This is one of our foundations. We want to combat malnutrition in the world. Can we get volume support?
With every garden tower, impact the size. You can make a difference in the world for those in need, for those you love, and for yourself. You don't need a garden to have a garden. To make a difference, you just need the USANA Foundation's Garden Tower. Available now from the USANA Foundation.
So it costs $40 and 100% of the proceeds goes to feed families around the world. And I'm very passionate about this, the foundation in USANA. All right, so having said that, I'm just giving you an idea of who we are and what we do. And now I would love for all of you to get to know a few of our wellness members communities. And I would love to start by inviting one that is so passionate about supporting the community live healthier. She is a USANA brand partner, and I would love to invite our Ruby director from Pennsylvania. By the way, she drove from Pittsburgh, May Sui. Welcome, May. Please come on up. Thank you for the applause. Thank you for the energy. And May, wonderful. Tell us, why did you choose to partner with USANA?
So I give my few minutes, right? Thank you. Share my story. Thank you so much. I'm honored to be here from Pittsburgh, right? I don't mention the team name, but I'm here in Cleveland. Yeah, I drove like about 100 miles today, but you know, feels like a home. Feels like I'm just in my neighborhood. So next time we have the event in Pittsburgh, you come too, because what is meant to be a brand partner with USANA to me. So I started on purpose or on purpose, because I came to United States 1990. So that is 35 years ago, right? After that, in this dream of living this land, I lived in Pittsburgh since 2002, so that's 23 years now. So I'm in the East Coast and more known as cultural, but I'm still Chinese, but I lived more years now in US. Why I say that? Can you guess my age? Can I be cute for a moment? You know, I know Bethany doesn't know. Yeah, I told Yami, and I know some of our old friend, you know, Mr. Mike Miller. I knew him for over 10 years now. My daughter back then was in grade school. Can somebody guess the sound? You know how old I am? I won't give you a hard time. So I will show my picture next one. So I'm 62 in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, okay? So, but I didn't come this way. Not genetically, not because I just did so many exercises, or I just try to stay in a good shape. So let's take a look, right? Yeah. It changed lives. Without moving, just this picture. Right here. Yeah, I get excited with the microphone, you know. Yeah, I won't give it back to you now. Is it moving?
Alrighty, so it doesn't want to click.
So, yeah. Started the American dream by being a student, like a lot of these immigrants, right? And I had my degree in civil engineering, 1994. And then I was so in a hurry to get my career launched, so by 1995, I was registered as a professional engineer in civil engineering. So I have a license, practice, in a very good income, right? I'm a professional engineer. So, but again, I raised two boys in the 90s, so they're 33 and 30 now. And they're all, in their own career path, and, I did a good job. But the life happened to me when I moved to Pittsburgh, and then something happened, 2006, I had my daughter. I finally had a girl, but I had a health issue, and I was actually hospitalized for 3 days, 8 days after I delivered her. So for that experience, the next 4 years, until 2010, I tried everything I could learn from the TV, learn from the internet, learn from my neighbor, learn from my friends. Is that how everybody here came? We learned things, about health from the people around us, right? So then, but I lost some weight, but this whole thing is a struggle. You cannot see, I have pimples everywhere. I use the makeup to cover, and then digestively, I could not go to the bathroom, and then I have migraine headaches, need these painkillers in my pocket all the time. And of course, I mentioned the skin. How about the one thing I relate to everybody? I did not have energy. I did not have energy. I tell one thing you can relate this whole world is, do you have energy? Right? You can be exercising, you can be not eating, or eating so much, or eating protein, or eating anything you want. We have a scientist here, Austin. I also know him for the past 15 years. And then what is going on, right? So, but I was on supplementation. I was buying from Costco. I was buying from GNC. I was buying anything I hear. I have a bunch of it, okay? I don't know what is due to me, but I try to get better. I try to get that energy. My skin is acting out all the time. And then looking at a mirror is like, I don't like this. So what happened? Somebody at that time, I was looking. Are you guys also have that experience? You were looking to, right? To be better, right? Isn't that what we are? So I was looking, but again, I was introduced by a friend who said that there's somebody actually from Canada, from Vancouver, Canada to Pittsburgh, and then to introduce, there's a name came out, USANA. I was like, what is that? I have supplements. By reading these articles, I know pretty good already. I know calcium, I know fish oil, I know everything. I have everything. What do you mean you're better? I don't want to hear about it, right? So this Claudia, my friend, said, no, you need to meet her. She started talking about products, and I said, I'm not interested. But she said, so one thing caught my attention. She moved to Pittsburgh with her husband from Ohio, and then Iowa. Then she's a stay-home mom. But she said this summer, that was June 2010. June 2010. Then she said, this summer, I am going to go back to Iowa to share this USANA with the friends there. I'm like, no, Claudia, stop right there, because what if you get a spam? This is wrong. So I agreed with her. Let's go check it out. I was trying to protect Claudia, okay? So we all, like today, when you're here, somebody invited you, right? Somebody really cared for you, say, I heard your knee hurts. I heard you have some issues, the immune function, all that. Come here today. You're going to brighten your mind, have something, maybe is what you're looking for. So I met a person, then I saw the following few things I share with you next. Then in 2 hours, I decide, this is what I have been looking for USANA Health Sciences. And then I took it there. By 2011, I no longer do consulting work. Then I started to build a team and working, in what? Direct sell? Oh my gosh. My mom said, you're an engineer. Breakthrough. Break what through? We don't kick our people around us through, we break ourselves through. So from there, June 2010, I took it and my health started improving. And then this is in the COVID actually. We were home doing all kinds of exercise. With whom? Online. You saw it gave me a community. Even in COVID, we're exercising, doing yoga, doing all kinds of activities. So I actually, got a few pounds actually thinner than who I am normally now. So, but again, it's a journey. And what I see then, and I need to move this cursor, see whether I can move it. Hey, got it. Magic. So I saw it as I was introduced to. These USANA Health Science, the supplements made by USANA is not what I had been taking from the market I choose. Because I have no standard, I didn't know where they were making, and I did not know at all what kind of quality I was taking into my body. Blindly, I had those we all go there, had a membership, go there, start with big C, these fish oil, right? And you get the 90 capsule and you just keep taking it. I had 4 years solid. I didn't know, I could be poisoned, I'm not 65 yet, right? I'm going to show some issues. I will tell you why those fish oil, because it could have the mercury. It could have the PCB, the industrial waste, the ocean waste. Nobody can tell me, right? I did not know. I was just blindly taking it. So these products, is a legacy by Dr. Myron Wentz 33 years ago. It's an in-house science and then has clinical studies. So I started 2010. I have these. No longer have these random I pick, but I follow what you saw. It's completely science-based. And we have scientists here who are going to tell you more about it, right? And it has this clinical studies, and we have the third-party research partners for all the product, and these are the proprietary. Did I say that word right, John?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, I practiced that. Thank you. These technologies, if you had already had USANA's products, right? There's 2 products each day I take. I get amazed for it because I'm an engineer. I don't know how to make it, basically. Have you, anyone here have that Proflavino C200, 100, our grape seed extract with vitamin C? Why that is so special is bi-layer. It won't even mix that two ingredients so good for our body, right? But it won't even mix until it gets into the body because, pre-mix it won't be good, right? Austin, did I say it correctly? We have to get it inside our body to have the best result. 2-layer, tri-layer. Our episode, the liver support is bi-layer. So these are all just up there. I did not know we can get this good. So, is it a movie? Okay. So this is pharmaceutical grade quality, purity, potency, and the safety. What does that mean? Why we're so serious? Why USANA Health Sciences by Dr. Myron Wentz are so serious about it? Because when you made it in-house, only when you made it in-house, there's no subcontractor to somebody else. You have the full control of that quality, the testing, the raw materials where they're coming, they get tested, and again, I was an engineer. I'm looking at this, I'm like, I was blinking already. I was like, oh, this is the quality control we want for the food, for the supplement, for anything. We put it in this tube. This tube, we put it anything in. Figure, can we get it out? Anybody can? It's one way, right? You go in, cannot take it out. So we are serious. So this is in-house manufacturing, and this facility, I've been there many times. Inside, 3 times. I'm going to go 4 times, 5 times, because you get a hit by how serious that whole biocontrol, that the whole FDA registered the standard. From the raw materials, how they tested, from how the flow, how the manufacturing, from the testing, from how it is stored, from how it is shipped, everything, it is done in-house, and it is done by the FDA pharmaceutical grade, the standard. You can search on the FDA site. It's called a CAR 211, and so on and so forth. And then the regular food, everything we have, it is all not that level. It is, we call the food level. So this is the FDA registered facility. And then this is not enough yet. We go on further, and Yusana said, we don't want to say, hey, I'm Chinese. Chinese say, yeah, I'm selling the watermelon. My watermelon is better than everything else, right? You better buy us. It's not a sales sketch or strategy, but again, we do the third party, Yusana, the validation. These are all not mandatory, but volunteered by Yusana, because they want to provide this, we call a trust, to the consumer. That's me. If you decide you want it today, that's you. Think about the food that you're taking today. Think about it. You go to the Amazon, the Costco, anywhere. Can you hold somebody's shoulder, say, you guarantee me the quality, purity, potency, safety. Usama does. And then the third party validation, the NSF, that is a must have. For who? For the athletes. And then, but I run. Anybody run here in this room? Do exercise or yoga or what do you call yourself? We're amateurs, right? Do we need this good? I mean, we're less a human, then we have less cells, than the athletes, or do we? No? You agree with me, right? Because I get excited by this. Because oh my gosh, I get this good. The next question, of course, is can I actually afford it? I mean, that was like so just the humane, and Dr. Meyerman created this. We actually can all be able to enjoy it. For 15 years, here I am. I can kick my leg to here. I can bend over. I can split. I just did a split last night. I can do it here, But again, I can do the things what I couldn't do when I was 30 years old. So this is the third party, and this is the consumer.com. Okay, what do we have in the market? And then any company can do this, right? You agree? So this is the highlight. So they are professional athletes. Over 1,000, 5,000, they worldwide, the top athletes, Olympians, they choose, right? We choose, use Usama. And you see US Slim and all these, the professional athletes, because they want what? They want what we want. Clean, right? Pure, and has the effect supporting their training and their health is important, right? They use their body actually to perform. Do we do that too? We use our body to perform? You agree? Okay. How many of you agree with me? I guess I'm putting everybody to sleep. You raise your body. Raise your hand. You raise your hand. You agree. Do we use our body to perform? form? Thank you. And Yanni said, wrap up, WTA, okay? Yeah, WTA. Why? Because they don't want a woman. They have drug tests. They don't want a woman to play like a man, right? And then these are trusted by so many professionals. That's globally, okay? But in-house, we have 150 scientists and the nutritionists and the engineers. All they're working, just for what? For these supplements. They are what? They're food. Okay? So this is a global brand we can all trust, right? There are 20 international markets and public trading company, and then this is actually the new data. The last 5 years is 2.2 billion, brand partners, and then we paid up. It's not paid. Why? Because we are participating in sharing this, and then of course, I am proudly to get a reward. So by 2011, I decided no longer do the consulting. But I was blank, right? I didn't know marketing. I didn't know nutrition. Learning. So what have I learned? Made me today healthier than I was, and my family healthier than was projected, and then we are actually learned to be an entrepreneur. And so this is more than the health, basically. Beyond all that opportunity, now is better than ever, because I was certified 2015 and 2016 twice in the summer being in person as the nutrition advisor, right? Now online, we have that ability in all language. You can actually bring your level of understand our own body, understand the nutrition in the way just you actively can searching for information, you actively can get a benefit. So it's all there for everybody. So I think that's about the part I have here, and I think that this is not mine. And think about it. You like what you see today? Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. That was great. Thank you for sharing your story. And now we have flew in directly from our headquarters in Salt Lake City, one of our scientists. He's the Director of Health and Science Education, Austin Winiger. Austin, welcome.
Thank you. Okay, thanks for having me here today. Be right in front of the computer. So I think my role within USANA is basically product development. I love nutrition research, looking at public health and things we can do beyond even nutritionally, so exercise, sleep, hydration, really everything we can do. And that kind of is the goal of my job and everybody in the research and development department at USANA, is to help people be healthier, be happier, enjoy life more. So I think that's kind of the point of this slide, is really the most valuable thing we can have is our health. So when you go and look at the way you can approach health, there's kind of the two different approaches, and we're all familiar with the typical one. You're not feeling well, you go to your doctor, and you've got reactively trying to deal with whatever's wrong. And the approach we're really taking at USANA is the alternate end of that, which is trying to proactively really just stay healthier longer throughout our lives. So that's where public health, nutrition, overall wellness, all of that comes into play. Some of the big obstacles that we've found as we've done research when dealing with that, you've got simply nutritional obstacles. So how many of us eat a good chunk of our meals from fast food? Okay, what about from the microwave? From the air fryer? Oh, we get a few extra hands here. The reality is a lot of us are eating processed foods because it's convenient. We're all busy, right? So I flew in here this morning. What's the worst part about the airport? The big lines, right? You go through the 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes in the TSA line, and then in the Salt Lake City airport, immediately after TSA, there's a Starbucks line that's 30 minutes long. That's a good example of us trying to overcome our daily obstacles in life, right? We've all felt that where we're tired, we're not really living our best lives. And so that's kind of what we're trying to overcome from just a lifestyle perspective. Eating better, exercising more, just making those little bit of changes piece by piece. I'm not going to dwell on this too long, but really kind of talk more about what my role within that is. So there's huge things you can do, but my teams, we have a whole bunch of scientists. She mentioned it earlier, about 150 scientists. We have people in chemistry, we have people in formulation that are basically taking ideas and actually turning those into a tablet, which requires a lot of engineering. And then we have, my group specifically is about 22 of us, I want to say now, digging into nutrition research. So we're running clinical studies, we're reading studies by other different university groups all around the world and finding the very best of those and figuring out which ones are applicable to us today. And what are our biggest problems we have to overcome? And those problems vary from person to person. I think some of us might feel tired like the people in the line at Starbucks. Others might have mobility concerns or cardiovascular health concerns. So we have products that kind of touch on each of those, but we're trying to hit what is the essence of all of these from a healthy aging point of view and just an overall health point of view. So that's where the first product I wanted to touch on comes into play. So my group, we take all of these research and health concerns, we turn them into solutions, we work with our formulation team to turn those into actual products that can help you live healthier, better lives. So looking at a few of those problems, this product tries to address, this is really our foundational, foremost product that anytime somebody asks me what is the first product you recommend, it's always this one, the USANA Cell Essentials. Address number one, simply micronutrient deficiencies. The reality is, those microwave meals or fast food, those are not having all the vitamins and minerals we need. No surprise there, right? We all knew that, but we do it anyways. None of us are eating perfect diets. Funny, within our research group, we picked up some of those food tracking apps that you can track all of your calories, is what most people use it for weight loss. But you can actually track your micronutrients as well. We found that even trying to eat as healthy as possible, all of us still had some micronutrient deficiencies when we were doing intentionally trying to can we live a perfect diet for just 1 week? And the answer was, people who are all nutritionists, no. So what about the rest of us living day to day? The next big problem is simply kind of the world around us. So we have household chemicals, just trying to keep your home clean. We have air pollution, we have water pollution, you can actually trace, for example, driving your cars creates heavy metals that are basically emitted into the air like lead, and then you can track those into farm soil, into your healthy fruits and vegetables that then you're consuming. Everything we have is potentially problematic at some level. And even just trying to be healthy, exercising, you produce energy, that produces free radicals, that have its own problems. So the next big thing we realized that it's just fundamentally problematic for everybody is kind of some of these toxins, and so we've added a strong antioxidant blend in here. And at number 3, we really looked at renewal of your mitochondria and your cells, which are where some of those free radicals originate from, so that you basically have younger cells and better functioning cells all the time. Quick analogy, we've all seen that really old car driving down the street that has a whole big puff of smoke every time it starts up from the stoplight, right? That's kind of a little bit what old mitochondria are like. They're not very efficient. They don't do their job as well, so we've tried to target that at a cellular level. And it kind of scales all the way up. It goes from the cells to the tissue, to the organ system, to supporting your entire body at the highest level. So that's what we've done at a functional level with this product. And then, depending on your individual health needs or concerns, we have a whole host of other products. So I'm going to spend the rest of the time talking about a handful of products that we just launched about a month ago. People often ask me, working in product development, what's the typical turnaround for a product? And it varies, but a couple of these products we've been working on, because we're doing some internal clinical studies for a few years to create these products that we just launched a month ago. So it's a fairly rigorous process. Our first one is called Circulate Plus. This is a cardiovascular health product that supports healthy circulation. What does circulation do for us? Carry blood. And what's inside the blood? Oxygen. All those nutrients we were just talking about. We know we need vitamins. We know there's essential minerals. They don't get to your body without the circulatory system. So some of the things you might experience if you were to take this product, it's a pretty cool product. You can experience not just the nutrients delivery, so you might have a little bit better recovery, but you'll actually have better oxygen that supports recovery when you sleep. You might notice better energy levels a couple hours later. So this is a popular product that was originally introduced, I think the late 90s, early 2000s. You start to see the early years of some of these circulatory type products out there. So USANA is not the first company to create a product like this. So when we went about it, we wanted to do something very unique. We thought, there's people already doing this, if we're going to do it, let's do it better. So there's a few different pathways. One of the ways that people target the circulatory system is through L-arginine. And that was the first one you see. There were a whole bunch of L-arginine products, like I said, about the late 90s, early 2000s. L-arginine does a pretty good job at improving circulation. But depending on your diet, depending on your genetic makeup and your individual needs, it's not effective in everybody. So we thought, how else can we approach this? And you'll find a few other circulatory type products out there on the market that are using beets. You might even see it in Costco. I know I did recently a product called just beetroot extract in there that's supposed to improve your circulatory health. So that was our first step. We started about 2 years ago. We went to our raw material suppliers, the same ones everybody else is using. We brought in a whole bunch of beetroot extract. We had a dozen different ones on the counter. And the first thing we did is we sent them to our chemical laboratory. They did not have the active component that we were wanting. The same ingredients everybody else is using. So we immediately knew that there was a problem. We can't make the product we're wanting. Because we didn't want to just go to L-arginine like some people. We didn't want to do just beet. We wanted to combine these together to really create a multi-pronged approach that's better than any of these other products out there. And so we actually had to move away from beets, and we're using red spinach extract, is what we found to be especially beneficial and actually effective. Because we've got our R&D chemistry lab just down the hallway, where people can actually test this and make sure that we're getting the active components that we want. So, has anybody had a chance to try this product yet? I know some of you have purchased USANA products. We've got a handful of hands.
Okay.
So for those of you who haven't, we've got samples right here, right now, so you can taste this product and figure out how it actually works to support your health.
So we'll be passing the pouches and choose them. You let them know what to do now and what to do later.
Yep, so it's not just a product. We actually have a way for you to test and prove that this product is working. Let me go right here. So what you can do is, we've got some test strips that you can actually test your nitrate levels in your body that will convert to nitric oxide. And you can test it about 30 minutes after eating. You don't want something in your mouth, some other food influence it. So the very first thing you do is you put a test strip in your mouth, some saliva on your tongue. You take the new Circulate Plus product, and then you test again about an hour later with the second test strip.
Keep it for at least 8 to 10 seconds. 8 to 10 seconds in your mouth. Yes.
And what you'll find is this product increases your nitric oxide levels really effectively. And this kind of is your indicator here. We've got basically these color panels here, is what you'll see on the screen. So you've got light means your nitrate levels are fairly low, to increasing to more. And you can actually see the product change your nitrate levels in your mouth. So a really cool product.
So we invite everyone to trace down one of the strips in your mouth for 10 seconds. Once you're done, fold them into your tissue,
one by one.
touch, and then hold for about an hour. Okay? And then do not throw it away. We'll do this later.
Yeah, so put it in your mouth. 10 seconds.
So that's where I'm
Hold
going.
it in half.
Hold it first.
Hold it for 10 seconds, and then you're good. And then what you can do is you can take the product. We can actually, then you test again in an hour. See it increase your nitric oxide levels.
And there's a saliva. There's a saliva part.
Some of you might feel a difference, not everybody. I know this is
Yeah, it says saliva. Then we put on the tongue 5 seconds.
but it's not a stimulant like caffeine, so it's not going to keep you awake very nice.
5 seconds. Yeah, don't overdo it. Just
Yeah, so we're going to be handing out pouches now, and you can take it after you've done your first test.
together. And there's just two.
You can try it dry in your mouth, it doesn't taste it. Yeah, it's better to mix it in water.
And it is like 10. And you're not 10. That's too long. 5 seconds.
I thought you didn't melt in my mouth.
No, fold it now. Yeah, fold it now. 10 seconds.
And now what?
We do have water in the back if you need water, so we encourage everyone to take some water and try it now.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay,
Yeah,
And
10
then
seconds.
we will retest again
You open it.
in
You open
40
it.
minutes
You
or
open
so.
it. You need a little longer. No, hold it. We don't compare with neighbor. We never compare our own. So you keep it.
it's the pH.
No, not pH. This is NO, the nitrate. Nitrate oxide. You're actually, yeah. She's actually, right now, level, you're actually relatively, working is good, actually. So, yeah, you hold it. Look at this side, not the other side.
Oh wow, you're really thick. But my,
Just hang on to this, don't throw it. We give you each water, then we put it out and you get 8 ounces, just drink it. There's no why, all kinds of reasons, It indicates circulation, but again, it's like if we eat it, the food like a spinach, certain foods or mouthwash, that will affect it. Okay, so
So once again, you don't want to eat until we do the next test.
Get you the water.
About 40 minutes to an hour there.
nitrates, you want to turn to nitrates. Yeah.
you get a prize.
It's been like a half hour.
Yeah, you have
You
to.
all get the powder.
Yes, I got the powder.
No, you need to drink it, anyhow. 你跟我冲的。
That's my salad.
Well, there's no you don't compare the
Should I go get a water?
Okay, so, like I said, we'll test again, no food for an hour, and then we'll test again in a little bit.
We're waiting for the, you need to keep it.
But this is that's why. I should be more patient.
No. No. There's no should. Okay, we are who we are. At this moment, you can be Yeah, we're waiting for water. Just give it a second. 把这个给我，你 mark 一下，你留一下。这是我的，你的，这是你的。OK。It's fine. Need more, yes. Okay, then you open this one, probably shrink a little bit because it's too full. Then you put out powder in there, like a mint. You show them? Yeah, here. Yeah, you can come in like this.
Okay. So for those of you who drink it or who are drinking it, what's happening in your body right now?
Oh, you're trying. So basically, after
Like I said, it's just and we decided not to use beets because beets weren't working for us. We decided to use spinach extract. And additionally, we've added grapeseed extract in there. So rather than a single pronged approach to increase nitric oxide levels, we
what
actually
is
use
Caesar for?
a three-pronged approach.
Guys, I told
We
you.
have L-arginine, which is a precursor to nitric oxide. We have spinach extract, which has nitrates, which go to nitrite and nitric oxide, so another precursor. And then we have the grapeseed extract, which basically speeds up the conversion process. We've also added to that. So we use this three-pronged approach. It really delivers nitric oxide benefits, unlike any other product I see on the market. So that's why we went this way. Is when we make products at USANA, we want to do it unique and we want to do it better than anybody else. And with this product, I think we delivered. I love this product. It's awesome. I hope you do too. I guess we'll see in an hour when you do your next test drive. So in addition to that, I'm going to highlight just a couple more brand new products that USANA launched. We have another new product called Core Aminos. So we've all learned over the last several years that protein is important for muscle. Protein supplements are everywhere compared to a decade ago, right? Protein bars, there's protein powders, you've got chocolate, vanilla, what else? I see Fruit Loop flavors and caramel, a million different flavors out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's everywhere. But the reality is we don't always want to do a protein shake. Some people don't like drinking milk or are allergic to milk. Some people just have indigestion issues a little bit. So what we've designed is a product that delivers some of those same benefits of protein, but in a very strategic way. We've taken the essential amino acids from your protein, and we've concentrated those essential amino acids. And then the very most important of those essential amino acids, called branched chain amino acids, we've added an extra dose of those. And then one of the metabolites in your body from those, called beta-hydroxy beta-methylbutyrate, we've added that as well. So we've taken basically 3 steps deeper beyond your protein to deliver really the essence of why you would want to take a protein supplement. Where this is most beneficial is people who, like I said, maybe you're not hungry, you're on a calorie-restricted diet, maybe you ate a meal, but your meal just didn't have much protein in it, and you want to make sure you're getting enough protein in your diet. But you're already kind of full, this mixes in with water really easily. Especially I find it beneficial, target groups, like as people get age, the elderly lose a lot of their diet, just like their appetite. And so this is a great way to maintain muscle mass as you age, because that's one of the first things that starts to deteriorate. I find that really after about age 40, it's almost impossible to meaningfully gain a lot of muscle. It just gets lower and lower with age. So a balanced product that helps build muscle mass in some cases, or at least help you maintain muscle mass, with all the benefits of protein, in some cases a little bit better than just any protein out there. I did the math and I found that a single serving of this, which is just a little 5-gram scoop, is equal to about like a 16-ounce, so a full pound steak from a protein benefit. So pretty cool, really just highly concentrated in the benefits that will deliver to you. Here's kind of some of those ingredients, but I explained that already. There's kind of your metabolites and your most important amino acids. The very last one I'm going to touch on is our brand new marine collagen product. We've got some samples out there. I know some of you tried it. If you haven't, we have samples. We've had a couple other different collagen products in the past, and this one has those same great benefits of collagen. It offers skin health benefits, joint health benefits, it supports bone density in people. But it's just more convenient. Rather than having to mix it up in water, it's a pre-mixed, ready-to-go pouch. You rip off the top and you just drink it anywhere you go. It's easy to share with friends and family. Tastes great. It also has a little bit of a phytonutrient blend in there to offer some antioxidant health benefits. But really just an awesome product overall. It's easy to take. To help with arthritis, like I said, it does support joint health. It's not necessarily going to reverse any sort of joint damage that might occurred with arthritis, only with rheumatoid arthritis that's not related to this at all. So generally I would say no, this is kind of more just day-to-day joint support for a typical average person. With that, I just want to thank you for your time. If you have any questions about any USANA products, health and wellness, whatever, I'll be available after, and I'm happy to try and answer those. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, Austin. Wasn't that fun and informative? All right, so now I would love to invite one of our skincare specialists. She is our Tel Aviv advocate. She is an expert on integrative health. She's a coach, a nutrition advisor, and it's an honor for me. By the way, she's coming from Virginia, flew in from Virginia to be here today. And for me, it's such an honor to have you today, Teresa Meadows.
Good evening. First, I want to say each and every one of you that have taken time to be here this evening. It is a true honor when we gather and learn about health. Health is a gift. It's not a given. We know that, right? We have to invest, and we have to invest well, and we have to learn to make the right choice, make a good choice, a sound choice. And that's really what USANA is all about. So I wanted to mention to you that being here in Ohio and in the Cleveland area is very special. It's meaningful to be with you. It's also meaningful knowing that I spent some years of love people from Ohio and Hawkeyes, right? My parents met in Ohio State football games. I'm really through it in heart. So my journey, well, my journey began with USANA about 20 years ago. And I come from a beauty industry. Beauty and fashion was what I was involved in. And after marrying and having a family, 2 of my children had some health challenges, and I was looking for high quality supplementation. Not just anything. And I learned about Dr. Wentz, learned about USANA and the guarantees, and what I could count on and what I could trust. And that was my choice of what I used on that journey. And I needed that type of support. I love learning about Dr. Wentz, his vision, the mission that he had for the healthiest family on earth. And I certainly wanted my family to be included in that. So I have to say, that was 20 years ago. Here I am. But simultaneously, I got the picture of that true health experience with my children. Guess what I did? I got in line. My husband got in line. And we knew that this was an investment we were going to make for the long haul. Because we had a big vision of what we wanted our lives to look like. We wanted to be healthy, and we wanted to be with our children, being healthy along with them, and keeping up. And I'm going to tell you, we have achieved that. USANA is a very big part of why that has happened. At the cellular level, health. And I'm thrilled that I can share that and stand here and give that testimony. Now, what's very exciting is today I'm here from the U.S. market, and I am your Tel Aviv advocate. And our skin is our largest organ. It's our largest organ. Oh, not the wrong way. It's our largest organ. Sometimes we don't think about that it houses everything inside, but it's our only inside-outside organ. And we have a line called Tel Aviv, and it has been amped up this summer. And I'm telling you, it is results that are visible, that you can see over time, but even in a very short time. So who wants that? Healthy aging. So what's different with USANA is it is cellular skincare. Say that, cellular skincare. Your skin is your largest organ. It's made up of what? Cells. So don't we want to protect those cells? We want to nourish Cells. Say nourish cells. Protect cells. And renew cells. The technology that Austin was talking about of nourish, protect, and renew intelligence, and what we can do at the cellular level, we're doing that with the skin in these products. And it's visible results. But 14 standout ingredients. And I'm going to share with you a few of those ingredients, just that I want to highlight. There's an ingredient called feminage. And feminage, think about glycation, anti-glycation. Feminage is anti-glycation. So during menopause years, we can experience glycation, where sugars bind to elastin and it pulls the skin down, right? We're going to see evidence of fine lines and wrinkles, maybe some drooping jaws, something we don't want or don't want to look forward to. But this ingredient helps to go after those sugars, right? And it helps to go after those sugars, and what we're able to do is lessen the effect of the wrinkles, the fine lines, the contouring of our face, our jaw, and how about the necks? Sometimes we forget this ages the same at the same speed. So sometimes we just go higher without quoting. But really we want to be able to have products and have technology that's going to take care of that whole area of appearance. We want radiant skin, but we want to have confidence in our skin. Another ingredient, let me grab my glasses here. Another ingredient is Polexol. I may not be pronouncing it as correctly, but that is going to help with dark circles. So think about the dark circles under the eyes. We think about the dark circles. And what else may happen in the morning when you wake up? Puffiness underneath your eyes. How about exchanging puffiness for firmness? That ingredient helps you to do that. Do you like that? And then we have matrixyl morphomics. So that's another ingredient. And I'm going to share that ingredient is for those deeper lines. We know they show up around the eye area, crow's feet, maybe around the mouth, around the chin, just part of what happens. But if we can bring those back, you know, we can invest in our skin and invest in our aging with some anti-aging ingredients. Wouldn't that be wonderful? And the visible results are wonderful. I'm wearing them today. I love that. And my husband said, you are not going to be the only one in line. So he is right there with me. He's 8 years older than me. He looks wonderful, but he's loving this technology. So we want to age gracefully. Here we go. We have some standout peptides. These are 2 peptides. And I will tell you the CS is cell signaling. So when you have products that can actually turn on and target skin cell receptors to help produce and accelerate elastin and collagen, right? We want those types of properties in our skin, helping our skin look firmer, more resilient, keeping its shape. And how about the moisture barrier? We're getting ready to end this season where we're going to experience some cold. You're having lovely weather here in this area. But we want to keep it protected. We don't want the irritation and the redness. We want to combat it. We want that moisture to be retained, and so we want to make sure we're using ingredients that can help us get that effect, right? That result. Not the reapplying all day long, but we want to put something on in the morning and feel like it takes us throughout the day. Look, now we have olive oil 24. This is an olive oil botanical 24/7. Do you like that? 24/7? You know, 24 hours, and if you use it every day, it is 24/7. But 24 hours. Not 24 hours just once, but every day. And think about it. Most products, you might get 8 to 12 hours of hydration. But 24 hours? That's a pretty amazing ingredient in technology. So it increases your ability to hold on to moisture. It maintains it. So it increases the level and maintains it. And it visibly improves firmness and vibrant, healthy looking skin. Skin should be healthy. It's a barometer of your health. It's not, aging is something that shows up, but we have something that we can do to keep the skin healthy. And there's a superfood complex. It's a mushroom complex. And I'm just going to highlight tremella snow and its cordyceps mushrooms. What do they support? Look at the lineup. Healthy aging, skin renewal, elasticity, that bounce back, visual firmness. It helps to calm what? Redness, irritation, skin sensitivities. If it's not you, you know someone, maybe in your family, it's them. And it promotes the barrier support with higher moisturization. And how about the brightening? Sometimes we might have uneven or dull skin. We want to brighten the skin for more even skin tone. And it boosts antioxidant support. This is a product that has topical nutrition. Think about topical nutrition, topical supplementation for your skin. And it's helping to support against free radical damage. We're exposed to oxidation, free radical damage. Think of all the stressors in your life, right? We have stressors in the environment, just stressors for keeping up with a busy life, stressors with what we're using on our skin that's irritating and that's not meeting our needs. We want you to have the experience with CellaVive to meet your individual needs. And we're all different, right? And we might be different during different seasons. But CellaVive works uniquely with you. There's a cleanse step, and there's different choices there. There's a prep step, and that's universal. When you wash your skin, you throw off the pH. You need to restore that for balance and for our skin to be able to, I'm going to say, utilize the benefit of everything else you're going to do. It's going to help to hold in the moisture and take those products deeper. So we want to make sure we're balancing out that pH and we're using a product that's going to help those other products work better. So that's for everybody. And 3, correct. If you want to work more on areas of your skin, anti-aging benefits, you're going to want to pick a correct product. It could be an ultra action cream, a serum, whether it's for plump, more revitalized, more refreshed looking skin, more glowing skin, or maybe you're working on discoloration, unevenness, and deeper wrinkles. And then we even have a postbiotic line to help for those that have very sensitive skin, irritated skin, but they're within the cleanse, prep, correct, and hydrate. Hydrate, we always want to make sure we're having good moisture. We want a product to finish with that you're moisturizing your skin. A day with SPF, a day product for SPF, and then a night product that maybe you're wanting to have a little bit more deeper benefits of that moisturization. Back at the table in the back, many of you have been out there and have seen some of the varieties. There's a beauty quiz, skin quiz. You may want to take your phone out before you leave and make sure you capture a picture of that QR code to see what can benefit you the most. There's a routine for everyone. There's the staples. Looking at the staples, you have a skincare system. You may want some of those essentials, but you really want to work at the anti-aging, the correction that's available. And then we have some of the rituals, whether it's a mask, a lifting mask, whether it is you are wearing long-wearing makeup and you want to use some product that's going to effectively remove makeup. So there's something for everyone, but you want a product that's safe and effective, right? Trusted and proven and safe. And I do have Bethany, if you could just come up for just a moment. Some of you were able to take part in some of the demos that we did. How many of you did that? You, yes, great. Yes, and then I have a little tray there. So what I've asked Bethany to do is I actually put iodine on just the back of her hand. And what does iodine do? It stains. Think about what happens to our skin. What happens over our skin over time as we age, we can have some discolorations. Just from the stressors, right? From photo, just from being out of the elements, right? And we can have dark spots. So we have iodine on here. Now, iodine, is that easy to come off? No, it's not. You don't want to have white pants and put out. So it's not easy to get off. So you can see that's not coming off, right? It's still staying there. Now what I did is I put some iodine on Bethany's other hand, and I added the vitalizing serum, actually the resurfacing serum, because that's a correct product, and that is helping with uneven skin, dark spots. Remember, it's something that happens over time, but it's very visible results as you see that this product has collected that color. The color is no longer on her hand, but it's here. And here we go. Stuck. So you can just walk down and you show everybody unless you can see. So that's some proven results. So you can work at discoloration and have a product that's going to take you somewhere. I also have iodine. I put iodine. Can you hold this for me? Just hold it up. I put iodine in both of these bottles, and both just have clear water. So iodine in both. About 3 drops. And I added the resurfacing serum to the bottle on the right. About 3 drops. And can you see the iodine is gone? It has lifted the color. So get that imagination in your head when it comes to spots that you might have or that you see appearing. You have something to start to work towards lessening the appearance of those. And I'm going to share another one here with you. The Triple Eye Action Eye Cream. This is wonderful. It contains all those technologies. What happens with just dry skin, just skin around the eye area, it's 30% thinner than the skin on the rest of your face around the eye area. And what happens, it shows lines very quickly, right? As we age, that's where they're going to show up. Well, I have 2 apricots here. So the one on the left, or the one on the right, I applied a concealer over the apricot. And what it's showing, what it shows is it is just seeping into the cracks and the crevices of that apricot. That's what happens to our skin. We put a product underneath the eye area, and boy, it just shows. Makes it more prominent, and it's frustrating. Well, the one on the left, I took some Triple Eye Action eye cream, and with my finger, I put a drop or 2 and just spread it on the apricot, let it sit for about a minute or so. Then I applied the concealer, and I want you to look at those 2 apricots. The apricot on the left, you're going to see very plump, hydrated, and smooth. That's what we want, and that's what we can work towards having, those visible results. So I'm thrilled to be able to just share on this cellular skincare. It is very important to take care of your body from the inside out, true health from the inside out. And I've enjoyed with Celavi not having to wear foundation or concealer. It took me some time, but to be able to be in that place where my skin, I achieved for my skin a lot of results. But over time, we're all unique. But thank you.
That was awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now, I would love to invite another member of our community, John Miller. He's a Rubin Director for USANA Health Sciences from this beautiful area of, is it Worcester? All right, so let's give it up for John Miller. Wonderful. John what drew you to USANA? What was about USANA that many years ago you said, I need to be part of this? And how had USANA impacted your life?
Well, after graduation and started my journey of life, if you will, I had some goals in mind, and there's three that I want to talk about just real briefly here. The first goal was to be healthy. Healthy all my life, and learn how to be healthy, even when I get old. Because see, I'm not old yet, I haven't got there, even though I'll be 80 my next birthday. So I feel very good, energetic, and I feel wonderful. And you know, age is just relative anyhow, right? So, and I thought about when I get old and maybe have to go to a nursing home, and that just really was not a very happy thought. I never saw a nursing home that was like a penthouse. So I didn't want to go that route. Three things that I was after. One was to be healthy. Second was to have financial independence. And third was time freedom. 20 years ago, we were invited to a doctor's home in Orville to hear a health presentation. And I found that this doctor had researched for 2 years to try to find the best nutritional products that he could safely recommend for his patients. Said he found a company in Salt Lake City that was head and shoulders above anything else that he found. A company called USANA Health Sciences. So we got involved, I liked what he shared, and I felt like, you know what, I think this could be these three major goals that I had. We got involved, started taking the products, started doing the business. At that point I was still pastoring, and I was able to work it in part-time because this is a very flexible situation. And so I was able to build the business part-time. I'm not pastoring now. Now I serve as a bishop. I oversee 8 churches, and I can still be building my business. So that was really wonderful. So fast forward 20 years to now. How did this affect my goals? For health, I'm very thankful for my health. These past 20 years have been the healthiest 20 years of my life. I thank God that I don't have to take any medication. There are very few people my age that, you know, are not taking medication. When I come down the steps in the morning, I don't have those chronic aches and pains like some of my friends do. I still play basketball. I play in the Senior Olympics basketball team, and I'm very thankful that I can still do that. It wasn't all due to taking USANA. I also did not get the flu in these 20 years, but let me say and be real clear, these products, supplements, do not cure or heal any sickness or disease, but they give your body what it needs to do that, because God designed our bodies to heal themselves. We give our bodies what they need. Our bodies can respond to these things, and we can experience good health. And so I was very thankful for that. And then, you know, I exercise, very important. Try to get rest and avoid stress. Clear my mind. I try to keep my mind from contamination, because your mind can become contaminated just like your body. And so those are things that all contributed to my health, the good health that I enjoy. And so what I'm trying to say is that you can create an environment of health by doing those things, but it begins with nutrition. Nutrition is the foundation for good health. And with the financial part of it, I'm very thankful that we've been very blessed to have financial freedom. And it's nice not to have to worry about paying the bills. And the wife and I, we can travel, we can do these things and not have to worry about the finances. That's such a blessing. And then with the time freedom And also, I should say, it helped us build a nice nest egg for our retirement as well. As far as the time freedom, I found that when you have financial freedom, then you also have more time freedom. So my wife and I, we can travel. We go to Florida in the wintertime, and I can still do my business in Florida. Wherever you go, you can do this business. And so, let me just quickly say as I wrap up, there's two forms of income, two different streams of income. One is linear income, which means that you work 40 hours, you get paid for 40 hours. You sell cars. You sell a car, you get paid for it. You don't sell a car, you don't get paid. Residual income is different. I love residual income. You do something one time, but you get paid over and over again. So you sponsor a customer, they take the product, at the end of the month, it's a consumable product, which is really good. At the end of the month, the box is empty, and they reorder. And every time the company ships out, they get paid. It's a wonderful, wonderful process. And so, I'm very thankful for USANA, and it's helped me to reach these goals. It's probably the best business decision that I've ever made, be part of this company and experience these wonderful blessings. I worked hard, and I took care of my business, and now my business is taking care of me. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, John. Thank you. Amazing, amazing story. Amazing. All right, so now we're almost done, only like 10, 15 minutes more. I'm going to bring May back. May is going to go over why USANA. So let's welcome May once again.
Yay! Oh, that clap is not real. Thank you. Give John, Mr. John Miller, a round. I cannot get stage. Wonderful. Isn't that something we're looking forward to have? At some time, we finally, the kids grown, right? We have time, but that's my mom and dad. They spend all their time around the hospital. Yeah, and so he gave us a vision. That vision, it was installed solid 33 years ago, 1992, by a big love from our founder, Dr. Myron Wentz. I hear Teresa, I hear John, is a giving, is a gift. And you're here for a reason. Somebody invited you. They love you. They care for you. You might feel, you know, he is, you know, she just, you know, says, come, come, come. I'm so glad you came. You know, let's give ourselves, I'm glad I came. I drove 100 miles, right? Yeah, Carissa, a little far from me too. And then, yeah, so give ourselves a big hug. I won't let you jump. Let's give ourselves a big hug. Jump, get a big hug. Get a big hug. Hug your neighbor. Hug your neighbor. So, nobody hug? Hug. 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 Yeah. Because why? We're soon after I'm done this one, and why we want to be here forward, we're going to find out your circulation. Are you? Who is anxious for that? Who wants to find out? Who wants to find out? I don't know. Are you so far having fun? You feel like, you know, I had a college class today. Our scientist give me something today. How much you remember, actually? I bet you remember we did some tests, right? I love it. I have a wonderful group over there. So why USANA, right? And we only take the supplements. Okay, all right. That product is so good, you know, and maybe coming like this. And John didn't say he's old. He's 79. I mean, I'm blown away, but I'm so glad I came today. Because you hear that story in person, it inspired us. It's a gift. It's a calling, right? And then, so where else you can find something like all this? I mean, yeah, you're just introducing because you decided, I can't. Why we decide? Why it's so easy to decide? Because, before I started my journey with USANA, I only know engineering. What kind of a career path each of you have? You must be very specialist in your area, in what you do. You're number one. You're very proud of yourself. But now, after this hour and a half, we all learned we can all be healthier. Healthier. I know you're very healthy already, but that's why you're here. So we can be healthier. We can be happier. And we also can get through that we call what's that word? Income ceiling. Do you have an income ceiling in what you do? I used to have, we are 2 engineers, before 2010, we were living paycheck by paycheck. How many people around us with that? Why through the health, we can build something so to ourselves. We can be healthier, and we can also be happier, and also have a good community, and also can bring the income or rewards, however we want to do. It's so adaptable to our lifestyle. And this income is stable. Okay, so we have the other, I like to pick out a small business, really, because people feel like, hey, I own business. But, and all these benefits, the collective efforts, we earn for our own efforts and also the collective efforts of the others. That's the both way. Okay? So, and then, small business we do, some of them, the predictable earnings. Oh my gosh, that happens all the time. There's a big word called economy. Okay? So, but remember, we're global, 25 region and country. Yeah. Go where how many people like to travel? Okay. Actually, I was given a task before I jump into this. Wonderful Yanni said, ask you guys a question and I end up giving you a hug. I'm asking you now. Okay, if the next 30 days, without the money or the time, restraining you, what you and your family want to do? I bet a lot of people are choked on, oh my gosh, that economy, I'm saving money. I can't go anywhere yet, right? That freedom, what John had mentioned, the financial freedom, the time freedom is all listed here, flexible schedule. Okay, well, yeah, but if I trade my hour for the money, I can close the business, for 2 weeks, even I have a doctor's office, right? So all this, the ownership of the relationship of business, the effort required, all that, we take all the benefit of it. And I like this one particular, low barrier to entry, because to you own the business. When I came to the United States, it's like $250,000, you can own McDonald's. Now, I don't even know. So, how to start a business? People choke on that. Yeah, we know. This country built on entrepreneurship, right? So, but how do we do it? Like, who is going to, I had a big talk with my husband here, it's a support system and the mentorship. Geez, I'm going to open a pizza shop tomorrow. Who is going to mentor me, coaching me, and tell me what to do? Business strategy? Go figure. So we have all of that. And have you feel today, after you give each other a hug, we are a very kindness community here. Do you feel that? We love each other. Why are you here? Because people love you, brought you here. Right? So, and with Dr. Myron Wen's that vision, and by today, this almost 2 hours now, we have clearly see it is out of his love, and then give it to the people in the last 33 years, and then do you know there's one financial fact? I'm going to take the liberty, I love attention here. USANA from the beginning, 1992, has not even borrowed one single penny. Go figure a company like that. We're so, mission driven, and this is a stable, very scalable earning opportunity. Why? Because of this company, by all of us, because we love it, by the people all over the world we love it, is going to continue going strong. And I only witnessed for 15 years, and by this Circulate Plus, I will tell you I'm uber excited. Why? This business is doing this like on fire. Why? Because for the first time, because when I told you something, right, we have some essentials. Austin told you about cellular, how we take care of it, right? Now we have the skin. May has no Botox, has no nothing. And then this is even no concealer, right? You can see it. And then, but the thing is, we're not stopping even here, right? So, what's the choice here? What do you think? Right? We can make money, we can have this plan B, or we're stay-home mom, or we want to have some extra income for the family, right? I was actually, my daughter at 2010, she was 4. I had an opportunity to go to another corporate job to be earning the money, but you know what? I was 47. I already see the end because in 10 years, she's in college now. I'm here. And I was like, oh my goodness. I'll be either retired or be, what do we call it? Lay off? We don't know. There's the economy, right? Then, but what's next? But I have a role model here. Continue going and have fun. This community is here for all of us to achieve our own goal. So we travel with a purpose because we need people, give other people's luck and the health. And then we're also at the same time with our own efforts, with a collective effort of the others. I love it. I learned so much today by this life. But we can achieve that, the goal of that. What would be that 30 days without time and the money to consume what is that dream is for? So if you're here, if you feel our stories are touching some of the, what's inside here, the fire in you, let's continue talking, visit the booth, and then I give it back to Yanni. And my pleasure. Thank you so much for giving me this time.
Thank you, Ray. So much fun. And we're almost there. I just want you guys to hear 2 other stories. I would love to invite Jade Sifko. She is a very successful real estate agent here in the local area. And she is a USANA brand partner. And Jade, I always wonder, when I get to know professionals like yourself, who are very business and very strategic, and how come you have decided to include USANA in your business portfolio?
So I've been focusing on my real estate career for years, and then it's been about 2 years ago. Like I noticed like a low energy and then my digestion problem. It's really not clear focus to me. And at the time I thought I'm getting rid of this. That's what I was thinking. And then that time I'm thinking life is about like all right timing. But that timing I met Dr. Lee, and then she's about 2 years older than me, but she looks so young. And then she introduced me to USANA value, and she explained to me about USANA. And then I thought, okay, I'm taking. And then I started taking, and then for me, it's right away actually my digestion problem was getting better. I can go bathroom a little better, and then like it was better. And then I asked her, it's different. And then she explained to me more. And months later, she told me, you know a lot of people, you can share your head, and it might be a good opportunity. And then, especially I realized how good for me, and I just jumped in. Because I thought even like selling houses, helping people, but also I thought this is a bigger opportunity because you can help other people become happy. That's my purpose was. It's not about money, just I want to help. And then another thing is it's so easy to start. It doesn't need a lot of money. Whatever I just taking regularly, I can do business. That's another thing I liked. And I'm not science background, so I really don't know chemistry or that. But I thought if I want to be happy, I have to get into business too long. That's my purpose was. And then it's been really good. Whoever. And then another thing is I don't have to buy a lot of product to sell. It's just like realtor, like we introduce a house and then tell them, how this is good, this is bad, and then they choose, right? Kind of like so for me, it was a pretty simple thing, like not like I have to learn again. And then just the end, like more like I feel more fulfilled. And real estate, you never know. Like I don't know how much I'm gonna make next year. So always a little bit nervous. It's up and down. But if you share, just to become all happy together. And then I'm very honest, so I just tell my experience or my clients' experience. So it's been really good.
Awesome. That's awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that. Okay, and our last story for the night. I would love to invite Venus Lee, to come over. She is also a real estate agent. Now, listen to this. She's a neuroscientist. I think that's really impressive. And she is a USANA brand partner. And Venus, I want to ask the same question. Why did you choose USANA?
It started from my health, and then because with my background in neuroscience, I'm skeptical in supplement. So they should be in science background or supplement. So I'm very picky. When I see something, I just turn it back and check all the supplements. At the moment I was very impressive was I started reset and the nutrient. Every single 3 meals a day, I just flip it up and then check all the ingredients, how designed with the science background. It's very impressive to me. So one sudden day, I just started to cut it off the USANA logo because I was so impressed. Yeah. So, but what mostly impressive about the USANA to me is because they have like a pharmaceutical level factory manufacturer system and all the science research and then the credibility in the science community. So I have a confidence to share. Since I experience it's all science backed up, I feel more energy and my body health. Recently one of my church members, how she's been watching my transforming actually. She's been seeing me when my health was bad, and then one Sunday, she looks something different. But the most important thing is I kept maintaining my health condition. So she asked me what do you do differently? So it was really not a huge difference to introduce this product. Yeah. Business-wise. So I think not the money, not the product, but it's all alignment. So, alignment. So, to me, it starts from my health, but once someone really want to impact to the other people who really love and then impact in a good way, USANA is kind of could be a good vehicle, change your life. So that's all my story.
Thank you so much for sharing. So out of all the stories you've heard today, what's your takeaway? Can I get your takeaways of all the stories? Any takeaway around here?
This product is life-changing, especially on the health. I mean, it's deeper than anything I've ever heard or seen. Because I do construction. That's what I do for a living. And just hearing I'm around chemicals all day. I mean, I'm a pipe fitter by trade. So I'm around dangerous situations, chemicals, all types of things all day. And those fast food places are so convenient because taking lunch, you don't always have somewhere to warm up your food or anything. So, but to hear these products is just amazing. So.
Thank you for sharing. Yes?
It just felt at the cellular level and the minerals that you're bringing into your body. I was attracted to that. I've been taking products for about 60 days and I've noticed a difference.
Thank you for sharing. Awesome. Any other takeaway based on the stories from today? Not everyone at once. Okay. Anyone else? No? All right. Thank you for sharing that. And now, I would love to invite our market director from USANA Health Sciences, Bethany Boston. And she's going to wrap it up. And then, we are going to go and have product giveaways. And we need to have the second test done. And I have something else to share. So please tell me.
Lucky to the people who stuck around because they get all the freebies, right?
Yes.
That's what you're saying? Yes. Awesome. Well, I have the fun job of wrapping all of this into a nice little bow. Do I have this right here? Thank you. Okay, so we talked about a lot of things, but I get to talk about the opportunity that is USANA, and I feel like we've covered that quite a bit. But for all of those thinking about being a brand partner, I like to wrap it up or give you 3 choices today. You can shop and experience the products at full retail value. You can save with us and become one of the thousands of preferred customers that we have that save 10% and get on our awesome subscribe and save program and earn an additional 10%. Or you can earn with us, and that's this awesome brand partner opportunity where you earn 20% commission on everything that you sell, plus you earn bonuses on as you grow your team. Now we have these awesome experience packs. This is one of them right here. Not this water. This doesn't count. That doesn't count. And this is the best value that you're going to get at the onset of your business. It gives you a nice little sampling of everything that we have, and we just renewed this with some of the new products that you just tried. So that's the best way to get involved. Now, I want to talk to you, I'm going to wrap this up, but I want to talk to you about, I'm new, I'm brand spanking USANA baby. I started 90 days ago, and I want to share with you why I chose to partner with USANA. I've been in this industry about 18 years, and so when I look at a company to partner with, I have what I call my 3 Ps. Follow me along with this journey. So my first one is product. Does the company have a product that enriches people's lives? Is it consumable? Consumable is important to me because it's recurring income for you. But I want to be a part of a company that's changing lives, and this product does that. And you guys heard all those stories to prove that. So that was a big check mark. Yep, it has a product that is going to change your life. The second P is pay. Does it pay fairly for the work that you put in? Now, we have an awesome pay plan, and that was just enhanced with our new compensation, our enhanced compensation that has multiple ways for you to earn. So you're not just earning commissions, you're you have multiple ways to earn bonuses throughout your journey with USANA. And something that's my own personal mission is that I wanted to partner with a company that can help somebody at the bare minimum make $300 a month. You know why? Because just $300 a month is the difference between someone staying afloat or not. And that's really part of my mission is, can that happen here at USANA? And that's a check. And that's the bare minimum. And lastly, people. And I'm a relationship girl, and do I want to spend time with the people here? Are they good human beings, both corporately and in the field? I like to say a rising tide floats all boats. And I've been at companies where there's a lot of competition between cross-lines and between brand partners, and that does not exist here. I promise you, so many leaders like John and Meg are willing to help each other. And Teresa, come to a completely different area and help this team grow. And I wanted to be a part of that. And plus, we really like to have fun. I know at corporate, we love a good laugh, and you have to enjoy the people that you work with. You spend most of your life with the people that you work with. So this company checked off my 3 P's: product, people, pay. And so I think this is where I wanted to be, and I'd love for all of you to join us here. So that's my story. Thank you, Yanni.
Thank you, Emily. Thank you so much. All right, and those who decide to join today, we have a special gift for all of you. It's a skin device, green blue light therapy, a hydrating mask, and one of our top high-end resurfacing serum.